Good evening
Welcome back.
to the Eaglecast, episode 2.
Just got back from a 9-week expedition in Botswana.
Really? You were in Botswana?
Yeah.
I was in Albania,
Oh,
hiking up in the mountains of Albania.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're kind of known for their mountains. Anyway,
So the Eaglecast,
here we are.
as you can
We
see.
got Kaylee Horsecamp. Kaylee Horsecamp, say hi.
Hi.
Say it again.
Hi.
Okay, we're good. So
Here we are with the Eaglecast, episode 2.
episode 2.
Like always, we're gonna start it with news.
Episode 1 went swimmingly well.
Um,
It didn't. It went bad.
Yeah, we were supposed to video episode 1, but I don't know.
Technical difficulties.
Of the 7 listeners we have, they obviously did not see a video. So here we are with episode 2. This time, hopefully, with video. We don't know if we set it up right, but hopefully. And yeah, we're gonna start with news.
Yeah.
For all your Lindale High School news needs, you can always go to the lhs-eagleeye.com. And so we're gonna share a couple of stories that we've been posting recently. First and foremost, pretty much everyone under the sun is going to playoffs. Go them. Yay!
Yeah, our sports has been doing like crazy well this year. Not only football, but also like volleyball and tennis.
Especially volleyball.
Yeah.
Volleyball's like undefeated.
Yeah,
they're
volleyball's
just
going
winning
crazy.
everything.
Yeah.
And other than that, they got the pumpkins going on. Every class making a pumpkin. They got that. And fourth periods are having the canned food drives.
Canned food drive. I think
That's-
that ends this week, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. That's Lindale news. And other news, obviously, probably will not be so at the time of actually uploading this, but we're like a week away from the election. So if you can, go vote. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're 18, make sure you go.
Yeah, please be at least 18.
Don't show up when you're a freshman and try to vote.
All right, well, that's the news.
That is the news.
Bub.
Okay. All right, for the next section, we're going to do an interview with Miss Horsecamp here.
Yeah.
So let's just start off. Let you introduce yourself, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Kaylee Horsecamp. I'm a senior. Yeah, that's about it. That's about me.
I feel like
You're
you
a
can. I
senior?
feel like there's a little bit more about yourself that you can tell us.
Oh,
yeah.
Like, what are you involved in?
Oh, okay. Well, I do theater, and I'm in yearbook also. That takes up pretty much most of my time. I also work at Chili's.
Mm.
Yeah.
Huh.
Very fun.
So you work at Chili's. What is that like?
Uh,
we never had like a working child on the podcast.
That's true. Yeah.
well, it's okay. I mean, I make $10 an hour, so that's kind of nice. I basically, why are we laughing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, so I just host and I seat people at their tables and I clean tables and do all that jazz.
How long have you been doing that?
Oh, like 2 months, 3 months maybe.
2 months, $10 an hour, 40 times 2, 88
I've made a lot more money
thousands
than
of dollars.
that.
Thousands
Yeah.
of dollars.
So what's your plan there? You trying to move up the corporate Chili's chain, or are you just doing it
I'm
for
pretty
money?
sure she's
Um,
trying to be CEO of Chili's Incorporated.
I would be trying
I
to
hope
see
this
you.
never gets back to Chili's, but I do not want to work there much longer.
Any Chili's employees are watching, disregard that last
Yeah,
sentence.
please do not be listening anymore.
We'll add a disclaimer.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the podcast, it'll say, if you are a Chili's employee, please click off. Please. Also, yeah, what you are hearing has not been endorsed by the Eaglecast or the members of the Eaglecast. If you're going to fire anyone, fire Kaylee.
No, don't fire me.
But please also don't fire Kaylee. We can't be liable for that either.
I
Uh,
do my job.
Okay, let's talk about theater, because you're involved in theater. You
Yeah.
have been for...
So right now, we weren't really sure if we were going to have a season at all. But so basically what we did for this year is instead of normally we do a fall show, and then right after that we go straight into a musical, and then we have a couple weeks off, and then we go into one-act season. But obviously because of COVID, this year we decided to have a much smaller fall show and just get rid of our musical. And so we're working on the 39 steps right now. And it's basically a really big murder mystery and like huge slapstick comedy. It should be really funny, and I'm really excited for it. If you want to come see it, it's November 7th, 5th, 7th, and 8th at 7, 7, and 2.
7, 7, and 2.
In the pack.
5th, 7th, 8th.
Wear your mask.
7, 7, 2.
Yep.
$5.
$5
entry
at the
to
door.
go see the 39 steps.
Yes, with social distancing.
With social distancing.
Yep.
A spy thriller.
A spy thriller. Yes, it should be very exciting.
So, like, what is practice for that like?
Well, this show has kind of been a lot different than any of the other shows we've ever done because it's a lot more individual actors more rather than like a whole ensemble. So we do have like some ensemble scenes, but a lot of what it is like individual people working a scene. So like for this, we've been able to not have everybody at rehearsals and just work individual scenes, but we've actually gotten through the show a lot faster, but it's definitely a more fast-paced show and a lot different than things that we've done before.
Is the overall cast still the same like number of people, but like
it's a little bit smaller. We normally try to do like a fall show that's really big and we can have like a lot of people, but this year I think it was that we cut it down to like 20-ish people, but it might be a little bit more than that.
And then, do you think that's going to, like, are you hopeful for, like, one-act season continuing to be, like, smooth?
I think we're going to start earlier this year than normal, but I hope we do get our one-act season, especially because it's senior year and everything, and that's, like, the one thing that everybody waits for, and I know I'm really excited for it, so I hope it happens. I hope it goes down right.
Other than theater, you told us you were also involved in yearbook. What is that like, working under Miss Nita Morrow, sponsor of the Eaglecast?
Woo! It's good. I really like yearbook. I definitely feel like it's kind of my thing. I really enjoy taking pictures, and while I also take pictures, I can go and support my friends at things that they do, and it's really fun. And I joined a year late, so I got on yearbook staff my junior year, and so getting to see like our finished book from last year was really exciting, and it was a very, very proud little moment. It did suck though that we had to finish the last couple of months in quarantine. That was pretty hard, but we got it done, and that's what matters.
Speaking of quarantine, what was quarantine like, and just COVID in general? Like, what would have been like your dealings with it? How has it been for you? Have you had any experience with COVID?
Nobody like in my family or anything has had COVID, and if we did, we had no idea. But quarantine in general was just kind of hard for me because I like people, and I like to be busy, and I like to do things. I played a lot of Animal Crossing. That's pretty much what I did. I did homework and schoolwork, and I talked to my friends a lot. But yeah, I'm glad that we're back to like doing somewhat normal things.
What's your like lookout for the rest of the year?
What do you mean?
Like your outlook on how it's gonna go. For the rest of the year.
I mean, I don't know. Like a really big part of me, like wants it to be over, but knows that it's not going to be. I'm just trying to stay positive and do the things that I can do instead of focusing on the things that I'm missing out on.
That's a pretty good outlook to have. I mean, because it's kind of easy to like realize all the things that we can't do in quarantine, but I mean, just as much there is still just as many things that we can do, and just focusing on those and trying to make the best of these next couple or several months or even years will be the best thing that we can do to sort of cope with all this. Speaking of just like outlook in the future, what are your plans after high school?
Well, I got accepted into Mary Hardin Baylor recently.
Woo!
And that's like one of my picks. I have a couple scholarships there too. But I want to go for psychology. However, TJC offered me this very nice deal my freshman year. It's kind of hard to turn down free college. But we'll see what happens. In the end, I do know that I want to go for psychology, but where is to be determined.
Yep, and that's pretty much true of all seniors so far. But I'm very glad that you at least know where, like, your picks and sort of what you actually want to major in, because for me, I'm not really sure of either. To be quite
Do you know
honest.
what you plan to do, like, as a career after?
I really want to be a child psychologist and like work with kids in that area and everything. But I also psychology is like 10 years of school. That's a really long time.
Yeah.
So I have
I've already been in school for 10 years, and I'm I'm ready to be over.
I have like a little
bit more than
backup
that.
of being a high school teacher. I think I would enjoy like the age group, and I think it would
Like
be fun.
teaching sociology?
Yeah, probably. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I would want to teach an elective though. Like if I did anything, I'd want to teach an elective.
Yeah.
I would not want to teach a core class. That would be not fun.
Well, that's the interview.
That is the
Yay.
interview.
I don't know if I should do another sound effect like I did going into the interview.
I think you should.
Pow, 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 pow.
The last one was better.
That was like a trumpet or like a trombone just like fading out into the distance. So we're going to go into our third and final section, kind of a short Eaglecast today because it's been a little bit of a trouble setting this all up, but hopefully we'll come back in the future better and stronger. Our third section, just like the last podcast, is Would You Rather? I have 3 more questions today. Hopefully we get some tough questions and even tougher answers. My first question, would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
Kaylee, you want to take this one?
I think I
Tough.
would rather win the lottery.
I kind
Yeah.
of agree. I feel like okay, well that was supposed to be a tough question, but it ended up being a unanimous win the lottery. But you know, let's just hear your thoughts on it.
Well, I want to live a long time, but like I don't want to live an excessively long time also.
Especially if I'm like poor, like I feel
Yeah.
like at some point, like when it's just like when I'm like struggling to like make it like week to week, like I feel like if I live in just like so much wealth that I get whatever I want, I think I'd be fine. Like my
Dying
life cutting
early.
off a little bit shorter.
Yeah. Agreed.
Well, dang, that's that's question 1. I wanted that to be a lot longer, but
Really intricate question.
we're swimming through it. This one might be a little bit harder, but it might be the exact same. Let's see. Would you rather be incredibly bored or incredibly busy? It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
it's incredibly busy.
Busy. Well,
Bored. I think okay.
I don't know. Because I feel like being really bored is like
Terrible.
you could find something to do
Yeah.
eventually.
You have
but-
like choices.
but
But if
being
you're incredibly
busy-
busy, you will never have that choice.
And being busy all the time, like it'll just like get worse as it continues. Like if you're
Yeah.
just busy forever, that'd be so bad. 'Cause
Like,
it just,
yeah.
it
Because
just
if you're incredibly
exponentially-
busy, you're probably going to be busy for a very long time. If you're incredibly bored, you're probably bored for like 12 hours. Plus, you have choices. So let's see why you would rather be incredibly busy, okay?
Let's see your answer.
I just think it would be more fun to be busy and like have things to do and
I think it'd be more fun to
but also
work on math and write my English paper than sleep and...
but also what am I busy with? Maybe
Yeah,
it's
is it
with
something
things I
that, like, is it
enjoy.
busy with things that we care about, or is it busy with
Yeah,
like
or is it
school?
like
work?
going to
I'm
school?
sorry, the question did not specify.
Okay, well then I would rather be
in
incredibly
the
busy.
abstract, be incredibly busy or be incredibly bored. John, let's hear your thoughts on this. Your hot take.
My hot take. I'd rather be bored, just because I'm
because?
lazy. I'd rather not do things than have to do things like all the time.
Yeah. I mean, like on one hand, I feel like there's probably benefit in being productive, but on the other hand, being so incredibly busy that you never have time to do anything else just sounds very, very boring, and it just sounds like it kind of just eat away at me. So
Yeah, I feel like I'd only be productive for like such a long amount of time, and then I'd just like kind of die.
yeah, because like if I'm like incredibly bored, I feel like at some point I'd be able to make a choice and not be bored, but not be incredibly busy at the same time. I'd be like just
But
in the middle.
What
Yeah.
activities constitute being busy?
Literally any working.
just
Working.
having to do something while having other things to have to do at the same time, like having those on your mind, I guess.
Interesting.
Just the overall feeling of stress. That'd be awful.
But I don't
all
think
the
that would
time.
be busy. Like,
I
if
don't
I'm
want to change my
busy,
answer because I'm a
I
nerd.
would be hanging out with my friends. Yeah, I'm busy. Like, you know?
I guess so. Like,
I mean,
I would consider busy like
if you stretch the question to the point where
That's not stretching the
being
question.
busy is having fun. Sure, I think I'd like to have fun too.
I'd
But
love to have fun.
In the scenario where I'm either bored or so incredibly busy that I am just dying.
I
I'd
think
say-
this was just a bad question.
I'd say I'd quantify busy as just having like you have something planned for like every hour of the day and you have no time to just chill.
Yeah,
That's what I'd consider busy.
That's what I. That's what I
Not
consider
necessarily
busy
like
too.
specifically what you're doing, but just not having any time where you're not doing something.
I'm not changing my answer.
Okay, fine, fine.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Next question.
I don't know what that means.
Next question.
Question number 3. I'm just like looking these up as we go, so this one might not be great. We'll see. Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
Space.
Yeah.
The
probably
ocean is
space.
terrifying. The ocean is
That's-
so scary.
I
mean,
feel like
space
that's
is
why I'd
scary.
say
It
the
goes on
ocean.
Forever.
Here's the thing about space, though. It'd be so boring just sitting in like a spacecraft for like decades.
Okay, okay.
Just to,
This is also a
Meanwhile-
question where we need to
meanwhile-
specify: are we exploring space with the technology we have today, or are we exploring space with like, you know, futuristic
stuff.
technology where we can actually explore past like the moon?
I mean,
If I can go to other galaxies, even if it takes like 15 days, I'd still do it over going to the depths of the ocean.
fair. I guess in the scenario where you could go to a galaxy in like 15 hours,
Okay.
I feel like it'd probably be a lot better than exploring like the minuscule ocean on this Earth. But
So the question is, would you rather be James Cameron or Elon Musk?
I mean, James Cameron did make Avatar. The movie's not very good, but it did
Elon
make a lot
Musk-
of money. It did make a lot of money. So I'm gonna be
Wait,
James
you don't like
Cameron.
Avatar?
I'm gonna be honest. I said it's not very good, but I really don't know.
Have you not
I watched
seen it?
like 15 years
Oh,
ago,
okay.
and I don't remember it at all.
Wow.
But I said the ocean because like again,
So you
I
wanna
don't
be
really want to.
different?
Stupid.
I don't want to sit in a spacecraft for like 37 years, like light years.
Okay, but think about
And
exploring
I
the
come
ocean.
out like an 80-year-old man just
The
to see,
ocean, you could
just to
drown.
step out on a planet and it just be barren.
Okay.
Nothing there. Like your life's work wasted.
No, but think about
But-
the ocean. You're
but
just
the
sitting in
ocean-
a bubble
the ocean-
surrounded by blackness. Like you can't see anything.
No, but you turn on the light and then there's like a
There's not a light
there's like
in
a
the
creature.
ocean.
You have a light on your submarine, and you're in the bottom of the
You could
Marianas
get eaten
Trench.
by a
You're in the
shark.
bottom of the Marianas Trench. You turn on a light, and there is just this creature from the depths.
and then
of-
you die. And then
It
you
eats
die.
you.
I'd rather die like that than die on a spaceship waiting to come home after stepping out on a planet and seeing nothing.
It's the science.
The science.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's sciencey things.
Yeah,
out
science,
there
I'm a
in
nerd.
plants.
Look, all I'm saying is at the end of the day, would it not be cool to go out being eaten by a shark with lasers on it?
It's not
Or-
gonna have a laser on it.
It might.
It won't.
We don't know.
How
We
do you
don't
know? We haven't
Yeah, we
explored the
don't know.
ocean. So, like, at the end of the day, I'd rather not walk out on a planet and be like, wow, there is nothing here. And then have to do the walk of shame back to your spacecraft.
Okay, I'd rather
and
have
then
like
do the navigation of shame back home.
I'd rather have like a 0.125 chance of finding like some Ewoks than just dying from a shark.
Agreed.
It's on a 0.125 chance. Tell us where the Ewoks are, John, since you seem to be so knowledgeable.
The point is that we have to find it. We don't know.
What if there are
Tell me
Ewoks-
where the-
what
tell
if
me where
there-
the
what if
sharks
there-
with
what if-
lasers
what
are.
if
Tell
there
me
are
where the
Ewoks
sharks with
underwater?
lasers.
What if there are Ewoks underwater? It would be a lot easier to find, and it'd be like a 5-month expedition. Be like, hey, I found Ewoks, and you'd go home.
You know
and
how
you'd-
lame an Ewok underwater would be, Zach?
what are you talking about? An Ewok underwater? I don't know what I'd do. I'm gonna have like a heart attack.
What would
I
you do
can't
with
believe
it?
You just
you
said
can't,
that.
You can't interact with it.
What if it can speak? What if I let it into my
Underwater. You're gonna
What-
speak to it underwater?
No, I'm in a submarine. So what if I'm like, Captain Scully, lower the door, and then the Ewok like walks in and is like, bruh.
That's when.
It's like a Wookiee.
It's been a while since you've seen
It's
Star
like a
Wars, hasn't
Wookiee.
it?
I mean, yeah, not one with like Ewoks in it. It's been a while.
Well,
I'm telling you.
I
We're
think
just
we've
as
decided
likely-
that Zach is an idiot.
Do you think that there are animals underwater with fur?
No.
Would that not be cool if we found an Ewok underwater? You would not know until you
wouldn't.
explored the ocean like me. I think that at the end of the day, y'all at least see where I'm coming from.
No.
I think it sounds kind of dumb.
It sounds so much more dumb to end up on planet Zool and be like, wow, there's a mountain here. That's pretty cool, but Earth has bigger mountains. And then you get murdered by an asteroid on the way back home. You're like, wow, this expedition has been lame. I have found 0 Ewoks, 0 sharks with lasers. I wonder what they're doing in the ocean. And I found the lost city of Atlantis at this point, and y'all are just in your spaceship eating milk.
Eating milk.
It's not. It's
But like,
astronaut food.
yeah, astronaut food is not good.
Dehydrated.
Astronaut food is not good.
Have you had it?
Yeah, the ice cream. That they
Look,
sell.
all I know is at the end of the day, you've been seeing them videos they've been eating on like CNN 10. I'm saying
When
in
they
the
wash
ocean,
their hair?
in the ocean,
I've seen that.
I'm gonna have so much. I'm gonna have so much food. I'm gonna have feasts with the mermaids. in
Yeah,
Atlantis.
just fish though. Just fish.
Okay, I'm gonna have feasts in the mermaids with the mermaids at Atlantis, and you're gonna be like, I'm eating my dehydrated space cereal. Uh-oh, asteroid coming.
If I find
Kabooey.
Ewoks, I'm gonna eat at least one of them.
What?
Why
You're
would you
gonna
eat
an
it?
What are they gonna do?
Man,
They literally tried to kill the main characters
I
in
don't
the
like
movie.
Star Wars.
how do you
so I
know
You don't like
that?
Star?
No, I'm sorry.
So you're telling me you don't like Star Wars, but you would like to explore space?
Then what's the point?
I don't equate space
if you don't
to
care
Star
about
Wars.
Ewoks, what
Yeah,
is the
if it's
point?
not for the Ewoks, what is it for?
I don't know. I feel
At the
very
end of the day,
targeted
me and
right
John,
now.
me and John may disagree, but we do agree on one thing: Kaylee is a loser. That.
I'm sorry, but who
Oh my
said they would
God.
come on this podcast?
Oh my
Who said?
God.
I'm pretty sure it was me
Look,
who said I
all
would.
I'm saying is Ewoks. All I'm
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
All
Whether they're
I'm
underwater or in space, we can
Okay.
all agree. We want
Ewoks
to
are
see some
cool.
Ewoks.
I'll beat Zach up when this is over.
Saying. Kaylee will not do anything. Well, that's all the time we have. That's episode 2 of the Eaglecast. If you like Ewoks, shoot us an email. If you don't like Ewoks,
Stop watching.
don't talk to us. Also, if you like Ewoks, beat Kaylee up. We cannot endorse violence, but in this scenario, I am willing to take the risk.
Take the risk.
If somebody just like jumps out at me in the hallway, I'm gonna blame it on you.
On the
do
real,
not-
if somebody
I do not
actually jumps Kaylee in
condone-
the hallway,
I do
we
not
are-
condone anything.
Yeah,
Zach
we are-
has
we are
said
not
throughout
liable.
This entire podcast.
we are under the table liable, off the record liable, but on the record we are not liable.
Kaylee signed an agreement
I did not.
that we
in
are
fact,
not
sign an
responsible for
agreement.
Yeah,
any
the
repercussions.
contract line
They forced me to do
37 in the
this.
fine print. It said, and I quote, "I will not sue the Eaglecast if I am jumped by one of its Ewok-loving fanboys."
On that note, we're out of time, so we gotta end the podcast here.
We're out of here. Goodbye.